I received a comment on my YouTube channel from a gentleman called Jason Gill, and the point Jason was trying to make was that he was disappointed that his burpee numbers weren't at a certain level, and that would burpees allow him to achieve a fit bod as opposed to a dad bod. And it was a great question. It really got me thinking, because there's no clear-cut answer to that question. There's so many ways to approach that, which was evident with the replies he received. So, first off, great question, Jason. Now, this answer I'm going to give might not go down too well. I don't know. It's not meant to be controversial or anything like that. It comes from a good place. And I'm going to use the Busy Dad's training system as an example. Now, first and foremost, I just want to put out there that I love the Busy Dad training system. It's great for what it is, which was a system devised by a man who had serious time constraints placed on his life and was looking to get the maximum effective dose out of his training. And he stumbled upon burpees, found that they had a profound effect on his training, on his physique, on his fitness, and created an excellent system on 2 movements. So respect to Max on that one. Max is a great guy. Get to his channel, love the guy to bits, brilliant, absolute diamond in this community. However, you need to bear that in mind when you're training as to why Max's system was developed, and it was to make use of the limited time he has. So in that context, you have to then think, is this training program for me if I'm looking for a certain goal? Now, if you're looking to get high numbers, then you need to take the constraint of time away from the training session. Max devotes 20-minute blocks to his training, and it's about getting as many reps as he can to get to that point. But I'm fairly confident Max had built a solid base before he started finalising the final details of the Busy Dad training system. I don't think he just started Busy Dad training straight away. He created that system, and I'm sure he built up the volume of burpees to allow him to start performing well and create the tier system that he has, which is a fundamental part of the Busy Dad training system. So if you're looking to get your numbers up, then I would suggest that you don't have the pressure of trying to achieve so many reps within a given time. You need to take your time with this. 20 burpees can take 15 minutes for some people. It can take 20 minutes, it can take 10 minutes, it can take 5 minutes. It's not a linear process. You need to accumulate the volume, which you can then implement when you take on something like the Busy Dad training system. So my advice for guys like Jason and so forth is that they should just concentrate on a rep target as opposed to trying to fit in as many burpees as they can within a limited amount of time, because the progress is definitely going to ebb and flow, and it might dishearten them in some respects. So the way I would suggest is there's two methods straight off the bat. Number one, rep target 50 or 100 burpees every day. Doesn't matter how long it takes you to get there, just get them done regardless of time. Number two, be a bit more methodical with your approach. Start to add recovery times in between sets. So if you are achieving a rep target of say 100 burpees, you should then consider breaking it down into sets and having a set amount of recovery time, which you decrease throughout the weeks, which will allow you to get a bigger number of burpees done within a smaller time frame. That's definitely an approach I would suggest at this point for guys who are being disheartened. Because as much as I love the Busy Dad training program, it can also create an element where speed becomes a factor. Now, there's guys who really take to this style of training. Max, obviously, still in the game as well. He's a guy who really has taken to this style of training. where they're just trying to get as many burpees as they can in 20 minutes, 30 minutes, which is a great feat. We all use these tests ourselves. However, it's very daunting, and when you're going down the burpee rabbit hole on YouTube, it can be quite disheartening when you're not getting to the numbers these guys are getting to. Like Still in the Game's another classic example. He's been training for like 40 odd years, probably 50 odd's gone by the age he is. Sorry Tony, that's a joke mate. But they didn't just wake up one day and think, I'm going to get fit, I'm going to do a training program and I'm going to just be on the level of these guys. These guys have got years of training under their belt, years of training under their belt. So you need to take it slowly. The burpee game is intoxicating. It really is. I get my head spinned by this. I was trying to do 1,000 burpees within 3-4 months. You fall into that trap, and believe me, it's a trap, because if you look at my earlier videos, my form was shocking. Absolutely shocking. Because I had no set format. I was just trying to get burpees under my belt and get good at them. But it served me well ultimately, because I didn't have any constraints placed upon me. I was just placing rep targets, getting to them however way I could. But over time, my form and so forth developed. So you really need to take into consideration your goals, the time you have, and use it sensibly. Once you've then got to a certain level, I think that you can then start to tackle these more meaty numbers, or these high rep routines. With regards to the fit bod, dad bod comment, burpees aren't going to give you a Dorian Yates style physique. You're not going to look like a IFBB pro bodybuilder. They're going to lean you out. They're going to build some muscle. They're not going to build slabs of muscle. I know I sometimes make these videos when I'm like jacked and stacked, but that's just to get people's eyeballs in the video. That's just to get people hooked in. Free weights, machines, training to failure. These are the optimal route to getting bigger. However, you just need to concentrate on the training. If you concentrate on the training, you train hard, you take the muscles to failure, regardless of burpees, chin-ups, dips, squats, the things that are more easily available to us, good things will happen. Do not get sucked into the physique black hole, because it's a never-ending game. What happens is you'll never be happy. You'll always be looking for something else. You'll always be preoccupied with something else that pops up and starts to take the wind out of your sails. So you need to just get your head around the idea that you need to just train like a fucking animal. Train like an absolute beast and let these things take care of themselves. Listen, most of the guys that do this or that watch my channel are in the 35 plus age range. Listen, we've done our thing. Like, we're getting old. We just need to concentrate on getting fit. Leave the physique for the young guys. But at the same time, you get that good physique, because you're taking the onus away from something that sometimes it's unobtainable. We see these images on social media, we want that, but it's all fake, it's a fantasy. So you just need to concentrate on training hard, getting your numbers up, training like an animal, going into the darkness, taking it to the next level, constantly looking to improve on things, overcoming and adapting. These are the things that are going to take our training to insane levels. Okay, listen, sorry, getting a bit animated there, but the tunes are playing from the other room and it's getting a bit loud in here. So listen, hopefully this addresses that question. Big shout out to Max Edwards for the Busy Dad training, phenomenal training program. Get over and have a look at it. However, I'm just trying to put across another point with people looking at things and trying to achieve something out of it at this point when they should be focusing on something else. Anyway, thanks very much for watching.